I wanted to share an update about our nursery, pretty exciting new development. Sasha and I had an opportunity yesterday to get down to Big Flats, New York, where there's a 200-acre amazing project, an NRCS project, where they're doing lots of research around miscanthus grass and switchgrass and all sorts of native perennial plants for ecological restoration. And they have a service there where if you are a nursery or a propagator, they allow you to freely collect from their massive, beautiful collection of willows. And so we went down yesterday and collected at least 15 different varieties of some amazing willows, the bulk of which are sourced bioregionally and that they're native origin willows. Although Edible Acres isn't explicitly a native nursery by any stretch, it's nice when we can find useful native plants. And I just wanted to share our excitement about being able to bring on all of this new genetic variety. We'll be able to offer cuttings of willows at some point. We're not in a rush to sell them. We'd like to really make sure we preserve these genetics in our region, and part of the exchange is that we keep track of their accession numbers. They have a whole map of these different varieties, and we provide them feedback over the next few years of which willows work the best in which context. But one thing that I thought was really exciting, this is part of the reason why I think, or both Sasha and I are so thrilled to grow so many willows. Well, one of these is red osier dogwood. That's this little one. They have a variety that's incredibly colorful. And the rest are Salix family. They're all willow types. There's so much color and form and shape. Some of them have really big fluffs on top. They look like rabbit's feet. Different varieties of pussy willow. So some of these will be for biomass. Some of these will be for medicine, for pollinator support, for basket making. And what we're doing right now is going through, so we harvest all these cuttings, we filled the car to the brim, and then now all of these cuttings are sitting in the garage soaking in water, and I'm going through them piece by piece. We basically took really large cuttings and just to expedite the harvest and kept their tags with them, and now I'm going through and processing them down where I'm cutting them down into the correct length for really optimal rooting and holding on to the tops, so those are things we can give away or trade to other friends. My good friend Steve Gabriel and I actually did a trade yesterday in the spirit of getting more varieties of willow, where he provided me some cuttings. So Steve Gabriel and his partner Elizabeth run Wellspring Forest Farm. I'll link to them down below. You should check them out if you don't already know of them. But he gave us a really colorful weeping willow and Salix purpurea, which is a purple willow, and a wild elderberry that he loves on his property in exchange for some genetics we have. And so right now we're processing all of these, breaking them down. We'll do a video of how we set up nursery beds for these willows when the ground actually thaws. We're about a week away from that. And in the meantime, just thought we'd share our excitement of collecting all these willows. And I'd encourage you, wherever you live, you may want to seek out NRCS or different government organizations where there may be collections of germplasm or plant material that you may have access to, or they may have recommendations of where you can source it from. So hopefully you're out there looking for really amazing plants to root from cuttings this spring, and we'll share notes as we go along with it. Everybody's all cut to size and soaking in water so they can get super hydrated and hopefully patiently wait for the ground to thaw enough for us to actually put them outside. Looking forward to sharing that process with folks when we're ready. Probably upwards to 1,000 willows here.